So today was an interesting day. Started out doing some different things, but today my information and my message comes from one of the books that I've been reading from Professor Chris Emdin. Brother's very intelligent, very solid man, educated, has a lot of experience, especially dealing with students from multicultural aspects, and then especially our own black children. I was talking with some of the students today, and I was talking with one particular student, and we talked about the definition of being ratchet and different things. And I was telling him, there's multiple definitions of being ratchet, and one of them is you being silly, ignorant, loud, ghetto, and those are the things in terms of being ratchet that people do not want to get connected with. But on a flip side, I was sitting there watching some students in a class do an experiment, and the kids were loud. Somebody who on the outside would probably think it was extreme chaos. Kids were acting up, but truthfully, I was inside doing an observation, watching them. And the thing is, I would say you may call that as being ratchet because they were voicing their opinions, voicing their concerns based on the conversation that they were having in terms of completing their assignment. So I watched that, and the thing is, they were interrupting each other at times to do the assignment, to work together. And the thing is, it hit me dead in my head about Ratchetdemics, reimagining academic success. Like, all of the students today were reading, were collaborating, were challenging each other, but they were loud, of course, middle school students. But the thing is, listening to the conversations, they were challenging one another on how to perfect the assignment, how to, work together as a team. I watched the teacher interject and tell them, hey, you off track a little bit. I need you to refocus to get back on track and have a better conversation. This is some things that is right about the school that I'm in now, the school that I became the principal of. And the thing is, reimagining the academic success and the process that goes along with having collaborative conversations amongst middle school students. You cannot be afraid to allow them to talk with one another, to challenge each other. Yes, middle school students are very loud. But the thing is, what I enjoyed today is the intellectual conversation, even by some of the students who some people may identify as bad kids, but they joined in and had that collective conversation to challenge one another, to push other people. And one thing I did like for a fact is one of the female students took charge of the group and I need you to get X, Y, and Z. I need you to do this and come back to the group. And, if we had that happen every day in all schools, man, in all classes, I promise you will see a different perspective. And the thing is, the teacher was the facilitator, but had complete control of it because that teacher allowed herself or himself to interject to fix the problem when they felt like some of the conversations got a little bit off task. But again, I like the fact that these kids were challenging each other. I like the fact that it was an essential lesson that they were able to connect their real world experience with, but also doing an assignment that terms worked with, kinetic energy, potential energy, and different things like that. And so the collection of data after the end will allow the students to make certain predictions. So I really did enjoy that, and I think students need to really realize the difference between what the ratchet version of a street version means compared to the ratchet version of an educated version of being ratchet. That means you're having an effective conversation. That means you're challenging one another. Yes, sometimes you're going to interject and talk over each other, but the conversation and the in-depth of it is about you using the contents vocabulary, questioning each other about how to improve and develop the concepts or the overall big picture of completing the assignment. And I really do appreciate Professor Christopher Emdin on writing this book, because really and truthfully it hit home with me today in one of the classrooms, and I really enjoyed seeing that, and even talking with some of the students at the end of the day about this concept. So again, my saying, be great today but be even greater tomorrow. Continue to level up, continue to push yourself to another level, and it's all about progression and not regression and putting yourself in a box and shrinking yourself. All right, y'all, level up.